Target confirmed. Ready.
Hey, what's going on, guys? Today we're going to be talking about soloing every boss in the game, and that is excluding the Stalker. You can kind of solo her, but I digress. Anyway, this is the Haley build that goes into her perforator. You can tweak some things here on the perforator. It's not the most perfect. It is what I use to kill all these bosses in this video, so go ahead and screenshot that. Now, all in all, when you build out Haley, we're going to want like Glacial Sanctium. That's going to stop us from getting crit shotted, getting hit real big. We're also going to want the Dangerous Ambush, Skill Insight, Skill Concentration, Emergency Measures, and Front Lines. We're going to be using the Slayer set for that extra 26.1% skill power bonus. We're going to get a little bit of HP, a little bit of shield, and go into our skill specialist. And that's also going to put us with the skill power booster of 81.2%. We're going to do Spear and Shield because it's going to give us more skill power on top of what we already have. So all in all, you're probably not going to want to use her super cooled Kuiper rounds. I like using it. Most people don't like using it. I think it nerfs your DPS, but whatever. I kind of don't like looking at the Transcendent slot not being used. But all in all, Haley's an overall great character for destroying bosses. And when you aren't able to destroy bosses at the rate of every elite player in the First Descendant, you're going to need a backup for when you don't end up getting the kill, because you're not going to hit all your shots. I just want to tell you that now. If you are hitting all your shots, you didn't need this video. So we're going to go with the Albion Cavalry. The Albion Cavalry has been a staple in the game ever since they updated it way back when. It ricochets off enemies, does massive AoE damage, is a great Serena weapon. It does chill damage, which is some in-game content there. And also, it's just a really good machine gun. Now, when we talk about fighting Gluttony, we're going to do the Enduring Legacy. The Enduring Legacy is located on the right-hand side of the screen. You can go back and screenshot it if you missed it. Now, you're probably going to want an Enzo for this one. Enzo's a great pick for this one because he can boost his own attack power. He can give himself shields. And you've already kitted out your Haley for something completely different. If you went in there with a complete sniper build, you're going to run out of ammo and you're not going to kill him fast enough. This is a battle of attrition, and Enzo's all down for it. When you equip the Enduring Legacy, you're going to want the Fire Conductor, Fire Enhancement, Fire Priority. All those things are like big deals when you do the whole weapon kitting out thing. You're not going to want to put elemental damage on the weapon, as Gluttony's not that big bad of a boss anymore. So much so that where they changed them to where you can actually solo them. So same as Molten Fortress, not really that big of a deal anymore. Go in there, use this build and solo Gluttony. Now, when I go in there, I use the Crusader set. This is going to give me that heavy armor. It's going to give me a little bit more damage mitigation on top of what I already got. And I'm also kitted out my Enzo for ice defense. So we're talking like anti-freeze fluid and cold attribute, stuff like that. And we're really leaning into the shield recovery modifier. That's like a must for the overall build. That's like the biggest thing that you need, because you're going to be utilizing your 3 in order to get your shield back constantly in the fight. This is kind of how you want your Enzo kitted out. You want the supply firearm enhancer, which is way easier to farm nowadays with the anti-freeze solution, cold antibody, and going into HP and going into shields, so you can build up your shield that much more to withstand the fight. Again, you see him hit me with all these things. I'm really standing up under the whole machine that drops the ice balls. It's not really doing too much here. A better kitted out Enzo could probably melt him a lot faster, but I'm showing you a build of how to get into the fight and how to get this done so you can get the weapons that you want. Now, when you're fighting Stalker is a little bit different. I'm using the Excava. It's probably not the best weapon, but that's how I got it kitted out. I do want to use the Excava during this fight. You could probably kit out an Enduring Legacy, change some modifications there, spend way less modules kitting that out and making it work, because it has a bigger magazine, and it's just, I mean, it's Enduring Legacy. Again, I'm doing the Crusader Knight build again. I'm going in there. The overall thing that you're going to want, you want the max HP. You don't need the HP recovery modifier. You want the shield recovery in combat and shield recovery modifier. That's kind of a big deal. Again, because you're going to be getting hit with poison. So you're going to want to kit your character out with as much mitigation as possible, because again, this is a battle of attrition and you kind of want this to go in your favor. Now, you want to do the mechanics of this fight. When you do the mechanics of this fight, you want You want to not get hit by the green skulls. You want to stand in the little time clocks to cleanse yourself of the negative effects. You want to watch out for Death Stalker so she doesn't trample over you. And you also want to watch out for the rings that she emits because they do a lot of damage. So as you can see, my Enzo gets hit by that ring and he takes quite a bit of damage. Enzo, again, in this little team party exercise, we are going to be supplying the entirety of the team with ammo throughout the fight. We're going to be keeping our shields up and we're going to be enhancing our own firearm attacks. So again, you could use Enduring Legacy, but I used Excava. Now you're going to be looking for this totem here that has his eyes closed, and that's the one you're going to be like looking for to stand in until the Death Stalker is actually able to be harmed again. So it doesn't take too long. Again, don't stand under the Death Stalker because she will slam on top of you. Watch out for the green poison that drops onto the ground, and then continue to do damage on Death Stalker. And it's a really easy boss fight as long as you're kitted out to withstand all the poison damage. If you're able to withstand all the poison damage, again, it's a battle of attrition. In the Gluttony fight, you got the impurities that you want to shoot the ice balls next to him and pop the purple bubbles. His battle mechanics ain't really that hard. You've seen it in the clip. You can go back and watch it if I missed the explanation on that. But again, you're going to be doing damage. Her weak spots are going to be located at the bottom, and they're going to be located on her face. So her weak spots aren't that easy to hit. But all in all, just put rounds down range. Rounds down range. I want to say round. But you want to put rounds down range and then end up beating this character. I mean, if everyone's on the same page on how to beat Death Stalker, again, with as being a battle of attrition and being kitted out against the poison, you're really not going to be down bad in this fight. You'll have a Frost Watcher in no time, and you'll have a Peacekeeper in no time. So this is mainly what this video is for, so you can farm anamorphic materials, and you can go in there and get your Frost Watcher and your Peacekeeper, and utilize that Peacekeeper in any non-elemental build and use it on a Valby. It's a very popular Valby weapon, and no one's using Frost Watcher, so why don't you be the first one out there to use it in a fight and see how it really feels. But scout rifles ain't been a thing for a very long time. But anyway, I digress. Hopefully this video helped you guys out on understanding how to defeat all the bosses, and if there's anything else you want in these future videos, explaining something quick and easy as beating all the bosses in the game, go ahead and drop it down in the comment section below. See how I beat Void Erosion Purge in that ongoing series, and get in where you fit in. Like, share, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.